Alright, so guys, we're back on the Forsaken map inside of Jujutsu Shenanigans because inside this video I added John Doe's moveset and also Nollie's moveset. I also went ahead and reworked some of the past moves from other characters and remade the area where you pick your character. And this is really only my second time using the skill builder, so obviously some of the moves won't be too perfect or anything. And also guys, please subscribe since we're trying to hit 30,000 subscribers. It means a lot. And with that being said, let's just go ahead and get straight into the video. So the first thing I did was rework Cool Kid's Walk Speed Override, where I changed the move to Mass Breaker, and then one of you guys told me I had to put one of the keyframes 0.3 seconds away so that I could actually do the Black Flash. So then I got this, which looked pretty good, so I went ahead and polished it up some more. So now I started working on the John Doe moveset, starting off with his spike move. I wanted to have it do the Earthquake at the start, and then do the 3 big dismantles from Hei and Sukuna's moveset. So I got this, and the animation of him putting his hand into the ground did not look that good. So now I just started working on improving it. So I got this, and it doesn't look the best, but I just decided to move on to the next move. And the next move was Digital Footprint, which is the one move where John Doe slams his foot into the ground 3 times. And so the first version of this move did not look good. And then it started getting better and better. So I wanted to try to use the big Earthquake variant, but I had no idea how to use it, which ended up making this. So I made some edits to it, and I think it turned out pretty well. So the next move I wanted to make was 404 Error, and it starts off with John Doe raising his eye up, so I decided that the chant animation would be really good from the Hei and Sukuna. I also decided to make a counter like every other ESP move I've made for every killer, since you can't really do an ESP move inside of JJS. I really wanted to do the brothers counter, but unfortunately it spawns in Yuji, so it really couldn't work. So I started doing Nollie's first move, which is his Void Rush, where it's basically a 2-part move, but I can't really do that with the moveset builder. And I decided to try to do Final Judgment as the first part, since you can actually turn during that, but it did not work out very well. And then I tried doing Climax Jumping, which was even worse. But then I realized I could just use Mass Breaker because it also went forward and had purple VFX, so I decided to put an Earthquake at the end of 2 of them. And after testing it out, the keyframes were way too close to each other, and then after trying it out again, I moved them way too far away from each other. And then this is the final version. I have to do a pause in between the first 2 Mass Breakers because otherwise the animation just doesn't play. So now I started working on his Nova move, where he basically just throws a bomb with a really long startup, so I just started looking through all of the animations. So I got this, and the animation was surprisingly way too fast. So the next move I had to do was Nollie's Observant move, where basically he like spins his hands a bit and then he teleports to a generator. And obviously I can't make him teleport to a generator, so I decided to use Maharaka's Takedown just to teleport to an enemy. So this is how it turned out at first. For some reason it still did ground pitch, but it wasn't the worst thing ever. I polished up some more, but if you guys have a better move for the animation, just let me know down to the comments below. So then I made Nollie's teleporter purple, and I decided that this area looked kind of boring, so I decided to fix it up a bit. But first I made the move area for every single one of the killers. So I wanted to move John Doe and Noli to the other side of the map and then add in another slot just with a question mark on it so that it would be 3 on each side. I was having troubles getting everything to line up, so that took a little bit to fix. So then I started using the wood texture on everything. So I started adding a neon outline for every single one of the killers. So now I started working on improving the floor. So then I make kind of this little pedestal area you get teleported to when you press the button. And then of course I added the final walls to the place, and I wanted to add these little things on the side with the lamps or whatever. And I wanted each lantern to have a color that kind of fit the killer, but just for Jason I decided to do orange. And then I realized the icons for the killers weren't centered, so I fixed that. And I pretty much repeated this for every single one of the killers. And then I realized it really didn't make sense that Nollie appeared before John Doe, so I just went ahead and swapped them. So then I went ahead and started building again, but I forgot to record. So as you can see, I added a lot, like there's a roof now, and there are pillars inside each of the corners. I added railing next to the areas where you drop down, and then there's also lanterns next to them. And then this is the area inside Goodnight Mode, which is how the map is supposed to be played, because I have a fun block inside the lobby area, which forces Goodnight Mode on, and I think it actually looks pretty good. And also guys, let me know down in the comments below if I should use maybe different animations for some of the moves, or just different moves in general. Also let me know in the comments below whether or not you guys would rather see me make Survivor movesets next, or the maps, and if so, what map or what survivors.